I am genuinely happy that you're happy where you are. Sometimes a little tweak, like an agency change, can literally change the direction of your career.
Yeah.
100%. 100%. Yeah. Good for you. Yeah. Well, and as you know, I'm at a new agency too. It is the most beautiful space. I feel like it is such a big upgrade. We went out to lunch today. We were talking about the end of our month. Where is everybody at? Just very openly and encouraging each other, not like in the space of competition at all. Like we're an actual team. Even when I was working in the jewelry arena, we were nice to each other, but we were not a team in that way. So
Mhm.
in the insurance industry, we know how competitive it can get.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, it can get quite serious. Well, I'm glad you're happy where you are. As always, CJ, keep on a sharing. Keep on a sharing. It's very motivating for sure.
So I
Yeah.
was like, I need to jump back in on these Wednesday hours because they're motivating.
Yeah. I'm motivated. You know what I mean? I mean, I know technically, like I'm here for you guys, but you guys fire me up. Genuinely. I love Wednesdays. I look forward to it every week. Checking in with everybody, seeing how we're all doing. Um, yeah. Well, I see. Oh, hey, Lisa. I don't mean to call you
Hi.
out like that. I'm so excited to see you. Welcome back.
Hi. I cannot figure out how to get my camera going. It says that my camera is being used by another app. I have no other apps open, so I'm a little suspicious.
That's scary.
It is scary. So I think I'm going to log out and come back in again. I'm going to see
Okay.
what's going on.
We'll say hi to you again.
All right.
Okay. That sounds good. Awesome. Hi, Sarah, Christy, Kimberly. Welcome in. Hi there. Glad you're here. Good stuff. Hi there, Megan. Welcome in. Okay, so for those who are new in to Insurance Power Hour, traditionally we don't have a huge itinerary. It is more discussion than like teaching and learning, which I love that. I am going to go ahead and start with announcements. Very excited. Let me go ahead and share my screen.
Apparently, my cat wants to be a part of this power hour too.
Hey, bring
Okay.
your cat in. Actually, you know what? I did teach using social media to bring in warm leads on Saturday. So this is now up on the Zenler. It is available using social media. So it's just a 7-day. You get to see the unedited recording. It will end up over here in the essentials package where it belongs for always and forever. And again, these are unlimited packages. I don't want to give them to you and take them away because seeking employment is a great example. Not all agents stay where they started. So I am a great example. I am not at State Farm Corporate anymore, but it's where I started. So I've been in a couple of different agencies now. I found the one I want to be at when I grow up. So here I am. I really enjoy being there. So seeking employment, I want it to be something that you always have access to in case you ever need to go shopping. ABCs of closing, and it is literally everything that you need to know about closing the sale on the insurance side. I have been in sales all of my life. Insurance is no different. Okay. I am not the hard close person. I am not a hard close person. Insurance doesn't need that. When I was working in jewelry, that was a different story. 100%. I can hard close all day, but I do not promote hard close in the insurance industry. It just doesn't seem to work out. You'll get chargebacks, and we don't need all that. And then the essentials is what you need to know during your first year in the industry. It is packed. It is packed. So just added using social media to bring in warm leads. It is still unedited, but I wanted those who already have the essentials package to have access to it right away. You know, even though I may be telling jokes rather than teaching, you're going to get that too. So as far as announcements, if you are interested in the using social media to bring in warm leads, again, this is not about going viral. It is not about your views. It is about how to get your name out there into your circle. That's the purpose of warm leads. Your circle and their friends. That's what we're looking at. So some tips, tricks, insights. I learned quite a bit, actually. And there are going to be some new things I put into practice because we are always growing, always growing. Okay. Introduction to insurance. You're welcome to come back for this if it's something you're interested in. This is actually something I'm creating for a nonprofit organization that will have it translated into 18 different languages so that those who are new to our country, recently incarcerated, or new drivers, young drivers. So that is something, just a labor of love. I'm excited to share that. That's coming in September. So if it's something you're interested in, it will always be available. I finally completed the cheat sheets. So the cheat sheets in its entirety, I know CJ actually has a copy of the cheat sheets.
Hmm.
Yeah. How did that help you as you were growing as an agent?
Oh yeah, still does to this day. I actually, now that I'm out of that other office, I still need to get it all squared away in a notebook so it's right at my fingertips. And I've kind of so I've been training another new hire this week while the sales manager's been out, and he told me today, he's like, CJ, I need to sit next to you and be shadow you sometime. I was like, I'd be honored to have you next to me.
That's awesome. Yeah. Well, that's always been my rule of thumb. In any sales department, in any industry, you want to go sit next to the person if you can, or listen into their calls, the person who is producing. What are they saying? What are they doing? So I'm glad, CJ, that you get to mentor. That's amazing and not surprising at all. You have such a good outlook. So good stuff there. But with the, oh, I don't even have a get it. Look at that. Look at how new this is. We need a button. People can come here all day, but without a button, they're not getting it. So I'll have to make a note. But anywho, it's up. It's up to tease you, I guess. Anyway, those are lots of fun. Okay, moving on. I actually really enjoy being able to collect the kinds of questions new agents ask. I am no longer new, but I was once. I think sometimes after you've been in a position for a while, you might forget what it felt like and that sort of thing as you grow. So it's kind of nice to be able to come back and take a look. As for today, how's everybody doing? Any questions? Any topics we should hit? Do we want to talk about, and this is what we talked about today at lunch, do we want to talk about the end of our month? How was August for everybody? Okay, I'll go first. So I don't traditionally talk a lot in the group about what is going on in my agent journey. And the reason for that is because I don't want to dominate the conversation. But I do want to share. So I am at a new office. I did some serious shopping. I really did go hunting for this position. I am sitting next to six-figure writers, and I don't mean 6 figures a year. I mean 6 figures a month. It is mind-blowing. So just to be able to sit next to the big kids, sitting at the big kids table, I picked up quite a bit. This is my first month quoting at this agency, and I have knocked it out of the park. Actually, I'm getting ready to break my own record. So I'm super honored there. They do have organic leads coming in. So I'm at an agency that doesn't pay for leads. These are quite literally current policyholder referrals, people who found us online. Maybe they picked us up through an app. which we talked a lot about during the using our socials last Saturday, how to navigate those. So it is kind of an honor. I'm not necessarily calling cold leads anymore. However, there was a time in my journey, cold leads, cold calls. So I got pretty good at those. And they're kind of fun. I like to play those like a game, like a little game show. So I'm loving the way my August is wrapping up. I'm really liking that. But again, I'm motivated being at a new place that is healthy and happy. Yeah. Okay.
I'll go.
Okay, CJ's turn.
So the beginning of August started off super, super slow. And then a couple weeks before, and then I got notified that I was going to be transitioning to a closer office I could walk to and from and save money. And then literally like right before I was transitioning over, like everything started. And I told my service team member in the other office, I was like, everything's just going to explode in my face towards the end of the month. I was right. So I've been writing policies left and right pretty much almost every day. And my boss is like, I don't think you're going to hit your required 30 this month. I was like, watch me, I'm pushing myself. And when you push yourself and you motivate yourself, you can achieve anything. So I was like, I'm going to do 30 this month, and the next month I'll try to do 10 more. Because my goal, what my actual sales, my busiest month was January. I think I did like almost 45. So I want to beat that at least before the end of the year. And I know I can. I just got to push myself.
You will.
So, and I've been finding in this new office, there are just like a lot of just random leads that haven't been touched. There's an ECRM, which is our system. There's a lot of just old opportunities from back in 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022 that are working. I've been connecting with several policyholders, and they're like, you know what? Send me a quote. And I just basically build rapport the moment I talk to him. Like I talked to a guy today and he's like, give me a call 4:55 tomorrow. So I'm like, okay. And actually it was like a really good price. So I'm finding I'm running into a lot of better pricing too in this office.
So your premium is better at the new office?
Yeah.
Good. That's gonna help. That's gonna help. Okay.
All right. So, hi, everybody. It's Lisa. My camera still is not working, and I'm a little suspicious, but we'll see. So, so a couple things. I only work about 14 and a half hours a week. So the numbers you guys are talking about, I find are mind blowing. I'm just so excited for you. So I'm just doing my own little thing in my own little corner here. But in the past, my year anniversary with State Farm was in the middle of August. So I did a Facebook post with a picture of myself with Jake. And I shared it on my Facebook page, and my daughter, who has thousands of Facebook friends, shared it, and my son-in-law shared it, and my husband shared it. So the day after that got shared, a friend of my husband's contacted me. She had a 16-year-old who was just about to get her license. She was panicking over how she was going to afford it. And State Farm beat what she was paying by like half. So even with adding on her new daughter and a new little car, I think she was only paying like $30 more a month. So that was hugely exciting. And then a friend of my daughter's who actually lives in Texas, so I couldn't quote him. He sent me his deck page, and it's just him with a little 2018 Honda, and he was paying almost $6,000 a year. It's like $6,000. So I contacted my agent has a friend in Texas who she works with all the time. So I contacted her. She ran him a quote, and it came in a little under $3,000. So he saved $3,000 a year on his car insurance, and I didn't get anything monetary out of that. But oh my God, I was so excited.
Wait, time out. You didn't get anything monetary out of it because it wasn't written through your office, right?
Correct.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure I understood.
Yeah. And actually, my agent isn't in the office this week, so I'm actually not sure what would come of that. I do not know if there's any reciprocal thing or not, but I was so excited to save this nice young man like so much money. It like really made my day. And what else happened? I
Honest,
don't know.
I am glad that you had the opportunity to do that. So even if it's not your policy, even if you don't get any premium out of it, it's increased your quality as an agent, and you're definitely going to get more. If you can get him to leave a review, even though you didn't write the policy through your agency, that's going to help.
Yeah, he absolutely will. And his family
Awesome.
is all in Pennsylvania. He like went
Perfect.
rogue and moved to Texas. So, but his family's also here. So I haven't had a chance to listen to your using social media yet, but just with like little things with my little inner circle kind of thing, and it's like rippling outwards. So I'm very excited to see, where things are gonna go.
Yeah. Well, and it sounds like you're already doing it, because finding warm leads is exactly what you're talking about. It all starts with you, and you did it. That's awesome.
Yay.
Yay.
But I wanted to ask you another question. I'm very chatty tonight.
Yeah, right on.
So you had mentioned about like going to like car shows. Now all of a sudden there's all these like car shows popping up in the area. I guess it's a fall thing. So when you go to car shows and you kind of like warm chatter people up without being like obnoxious, how do you approach that?
Honest, if I see a beautiful car, I'm going to go check it out. Usually, people who have their vehicles in a car show, they do it intentionally. They're chatterboxes themselves. And you know me, I'm not shy. So I'll just strike up a conversation, and usually being an insurance agent just kind of comes out naturally. Oh, who's your carrier for this? Are you with Haggerty? Or
Oh,
however
okay.
it is, as long as it comes up naturally. I like to take a pocket full of business cards. You can do the QR code, you can do the scan card, but usually people who have classic cars are a little bit older, and they're not so much into our online business cards or our dots. They want paper. They want paper.
I
So
understand that completely.
pocket full of business cards and just hand them out. It was great to meet you, Jeffrey. Beautiful vehicle. Don't be shy if you need anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Awesome.
It's so
Thanks.
much fun. I get so excited talking about car shows. Yeah.
All right. Thanks.
Yeah. Glad you're here.
Thanks.
Speaking of sales, actually, I'm writing a policy tomorrow. She was a longtime policy holder of ours, and I the way I called her, I was like, "Hey, is this her name? Mrs. I'll use Mrs. Policyholder. Hi, Mrs. Policyholder. I see you're a recent customer of ours. Is it okay if I send you an auto quote?" And she's like, "Yeah." Right now, with my husband on the policy, and she told me she was paying $600 on her auto policy. I got her and her husband down to both cars full coverage, $206.
Nice. I bet she's great.
She is. She's like, we're binding coverage tomorrow because it's a lot better. I was like, yeah, y'all are both full cover. You all have full coverage. She's like, premium coverage. I was like, well, I'm going to take that as full coverage because that's kind of, I'm getting what you're saying on that. But yeah, it's full coverage. By the way, I noticed when I did your quote, because I matched the PIR, you don't have towing and labor. Let me add the towing and labor. And it was only a few extra cents. And she's like, still, I'm going with you.
Bingo. If you can save them money and get them coverage. Yep.
And I'm just in the back, and because I have the whole back corner to myself, I'm in the back screaming. The whole team's like, what is he doing?
Celebrating your awesomeness. Yes.
Yeah.
Good for you. Good for you.
Well,
you should definitely get reviews and referrals out of that one for sure.
And I ask her to do it. I know she'll leave me a Google review. I'll ask her tomorrow. So.
Yeah.
So does anybody else see? I love scratch off lottery tickets. I sometimes feel like if someone like asks for a quote and I see what like we come in at compared to what they were paying before, and it's a lot less, I feel like I scratched off like a win. It's like the same little adrenaline rush. It's just, it makes it so fun sometimes.
Oh,
Mhm.
Lisa, you just gave me chills because we were talking about this at lunch today. I feel like it's like Vegas. And this is coming from, I am not a gambler, not even a scratch ticket,
Yeah,
not a lottery ticket. I'm
yes,
just
yeah,
not a
yeah.
gambler. It was actually ruined for me, but that's a different story. But it feels like that every morning when I go into work and I open my email. Which one's my winner?
What's it gonna be today?
Who's gonna win today? Exactly. So I love that you said that.
It's just,
Cool.
it can be really exciting. And who would have thunk it? You know, insurance.
Right. But they just won back $400
Yeah,
or $3,000. They won.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's like, it's exciting sometimes.
Right on. Thank you for
I,
saying that. I'm so glad you did.
I got back Google reviews this week, and then over Teams, my boss is like, "Whoa, CJ, outstanding job! 2 back-to-back Google reviews." I'm like, "Yeah," and they're in the Lorton office now too, so I'm making my presence known, even though it's over in Burke. But
Good.
and I'll tell my sales manager, like, just ask every time. If they don't do it within a couple hours, send them an email, and it works.
Right.
I figured out the method to madness.
Remember what we talked about a year ago. You're going to end up with a whole scrapbook full of these reviews that you can then share on your socials. You know what I'm saying? And when somebody looks for your office, they're hitting Google. If they're looking for insurance agents near me, they're hitting Google. And what happens when they look at your agency and they see your name at the top? When they call in, they're looking for you. So
Mhm.
right on, CJ. Get it, get it. That's awesome. Make your presence known. I like it. Good
Can I
stuff.
share something?
Yes, I was hoping you would.
Well, good evening, everyone. So, a few days ago, I got my business cards in the mail, and I'm so excited about them. Matter of fact, I want to share them. 1 second for me.
Yes, please. I love it. Wednesdays just get me all excited. By the time Thursday rolls around, it's Friday Eve. It's awesome. In the meantime, did y'all hear about the fire at the circus? It was intense. A little filler there.
I'm, I'm hoping that everybody can see it,
Ooh,
and they're really nice, like material
Ooh,
and
I like
everything.
those.
yeah.
Thank
That
you,
looks
thank you.
amazing.
Thank you. And on the back, it does show like literally the different things that we do between life and health. I decided I'm gonna have her like put something else on there for the marketplace as well. It got left off, but that's okay. But what I was gonna share was that I went around to my neighbors here, right where we live, because there's still people here that was here when I was born, literally, because I'm in the house that I grew up in. And so they kind of the story is told that the house that we're in was built last. And so my parents moved into it last. And then me, my sister, my younger brother, they came with my older brother. And then me, my sister, my younger brother was born here. So there's still people here that knew us from diapers or their family. So anyway, I went around, I passed out business cards. Everybody was really welcoming and stuff. And so I did meet with one couple, and they were saying how they will be giving me a call when open enrollment starts. They said they're okay for now, but they'll give me a call when open enrollment starts and we can set a meeting up. And, they were like really glad that, I mean, their expression was there that they're really glad that, I came and let them know that I was in the insurance business, because they said we haven't talked with the insurance agent that they had for at least 3 years now. And I was like, oh, really? gee, I wish I would have known that 3 years ago when I got back. I would have been, more like motivated to get my insurance license at that point. But, I'm just like, okay, I'm, just letting you know I am here. And I didn't really go into anything in particular because, Medicare and CMS, they got a lot of particulars, not trying to, making sure we're not trying to be pushy on anyone, I guess you could say. But I was just excited that, they were happy to know, all the neighbors around me is happy to know that that's what I'm doing. And if they have questions, they can give me a call.
Yeah.
It turned out really great.
How cool is it that they have a friend, somebody that they
Mhm.
already connect with, that's able to answer their questions, and
But yeah,
ultimately you'll get paid for this, right? You would do
right,
it for free anyway, but
right,
that's good.
right.
Yeah.
But just them knowing that I do care, and I do care. There's a lot of there's things changing, and then, seeing how I can help them, let them know that, if you hear something on TV, or if you get something in mail, I mean, if nothing else, at the end of the day, I want them to know that I want them to be happy with what they have, or if there's something going on, then I can help them. So I'm more than happy to help them.
That's awesome. That is awesome. You have knowledge that it's helpful,
Hmm.
it's loving, it's supportive.
Yeah, my
Oh,
broker
I'm
even says
excited for
that.
you. Mhm.
Thank you. Thank you. My broker even says, okay, Marcy, you know more about those two programs than they do. They work with it, but they're got knowledge and everything, but everyone says that, like, it's how you word things
Yeah.
that kind of makes a difference.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited. And I'm excited for everybody, CJ and Lisa, everything. I've been listening and getting ideas. I was going to say that to Lisa, is that, when you're talking and everything, don't be hesitant because you give ideas to other people, and things that we could do, that we, might not have thought about, or confirming it's a good idea if we had thought about it. So, even though I'm not really doing home and auto, at this time, but it's still, I still enjoy hearing everyone talking about it.
I truly wish we had more Medicare agents, health agents that attended. I am awfully curious. We should probably have maybe, oh, Marcy, maybe we could plan a time where you can educate us. I don't know if you're into that, but
Sure.
I'm interested. Even though I'm not licensed in health, it's a good thing to know.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm picking up because I do want to get my PNC license as well. And yeah, I'm here. I'll be more than happy to help share things. Anyone has questions, that I'll be more than happy to share. And a matter of fact, I haven't really, like, I Googled to see, like, how many health insurance agents that are, out here. Not with this company, but with a different one that I was with a few years ago. It only registered like 4 from that company in this area. And then I was the only one in Tulsa. I'm in Tulsa, Oklahoma. There was a couple in Broken Arrow. There's a couple in Oklahoma, a few more in Oklahoma City. It's like, okay, where are we? I mean, and I go to these meetings, and it's like with my agency, my broker was like, well, our team alone, there's 14, but really only 6 that's really, really operating. And then out of the 6, there's about 4 that is like really, like, okay, I'm here, 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 and I'm one of the 4. And I was like, okay. So, but that's okay. I'll take you all. I'll take them all. I
Take
don't
them
mind.
all. Actually, I just Googled this. You can take them all. 11,200 Americans turn 65 every day.
Mm.
Crazy.
And then there's that many more that is under 65 and they're on qualified health plans. I mean, I don't have to have a big chunk all at once, and especially getting started. I'm fine. I'd rather ease into it. And like, I had a colleague today, and she was like, um, I'm supposed to be doing this referral and I don't know what to do. And I'm like, we need to talk. So, but I told her, don't feel bad. I haven't really gotten into the life side. I have a life insurance license, but I haven't really, I'm so busy to get ready for October for annual enrollment that,
Yeah.
okay, if I can't get to it right now, fine. Because if I need help, or someone comes across and I need, for a life insurance quote, I have my brokers. So I'm fine. I'll get to it. But this is kind of like my niche thing. And, I'm like, okay, this is where I really am going to focus on right now. And I'll get up to life insurance and stuff after a while. And I used to kind of be bothered about that, to be honest with you, but I'm not anymore.
Good for you. Good for you.
I think that's okay.
It is okay. Yeah, it'll happen when it's supposed to. And I think you're
Yeah.
right. No need to stress yourself out. Stress kills. We don't need that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Trust me, I still have a lot carriers that are these things take time for them to you go through your contracting and background checks, and then I'm still starting to get more in. So the point that they're coming in waves and stages, I'm starting to be real happy, because at first it was like, okay, you got 5 that they're, ready for you to send your, get signed up and whatever. I'm like, oh gosh. Okay. And then I noticed, does that email say they're all due by, like one was due August is 15th. I was like, oh my goodness, that was on the 11th. And then another one due September 1st. I was like,
Do you work well under pressure?
I guess I got them done.
If you weren't sure before, you're gonna find out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get it done. But I'm following the order that I had wanted to follow. It just that I didn't, realize the expiration dates for the links that they sent. But it's starting to come around. So I'm like, okay. And then of course, my family and my friends that's here and my big support and everything. They're like, well, how's things going? And are you ready? Do I have the green light to tell everybody about you? I'm like, no, pump the brake, not yet. Let me get a few things done first. But yeah, I'm enjoying the whole, everything so far.
That's
I'm
awesome.
glad I'm back in.
Thank you for sharing. That's
Sure.
incredible. You inspire me, Marcy. I'm glad you're here.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. And I used to work from home too. When I first got into health insurance, I did work from home for a company where we were taking inbound calls and they helped us get licensed. So I'm coming out of working from home just as a like customer service side, but that's if anyone's interested in knowing about that, I mean, like, or needing help getting things set up like tech support stuff, I'm real good with tech support.
Ooh,
So
that's
yeah,
a
there's
skill set. Mhm.
I've been in training groups where they're like, okay, you're supposed to take the cord that looks like a box and you plug it to the one that is kind of slanted on. I was like, oh. And everybody's like, yeah, I got a screen that's black and my other screen is okay, but my other screen is black. I'm like, oh boy. Hi, let me help you.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, anyone knows anyone or you come across issues getting your home set up for, be able to connect, I'm more than happy to help you.
I'm sorry to interrupt. I just got a message from Tina. Let me see if I can help her get in. I'll be right back. Discuss amongst yourselves. I'll be right back.
So Marcy, I have a question. Do you do, so I just want to, are you going like independent with like your agency?
The company that I'm with, it's like I'm under a company, but we're also
Uh-huh.
independent, so we
I
get to
see.
keep our own book of business.
I see. So do you do mostly like Medicare supplements or do you do Advantage plans? What is like, because there's so much
Mm,
like information and so many details and so many like government
right, and
like
there is. So,
regulations.
so I will be able to do all things Medicare, Medicare Advantage, original Medicare, Medicare supplements, and then also help them if they get dual eligibility as well with Medicaid, and then also people who are, under 65, and then they also get Medicaid or qualified health plans.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Wow, that's a lot. That's amazing.
Well, it's like, years ago when I was a health insurance agent before, or broker before, there was still health insurance plans out there that people could choose from, and not necessarily, or it was starting to phase out. But now it's more either, group health insurance or with the ACA, the way things seem to be now. And then there's also like short-term health insurance plans that people can get if they can
Mhm.
qualify, or something like that. But really they've gotten the ACA to be able to qualify people more, to help them be able to pay for health insurance now.
I see.
But yeah, I'll be able to do all of those things. And I just went through like AHIP certifications for that, in order to get certified to be able to market Medicare plans. And
Uh-huh.
that Medicare, all things Medicare, all of their, um, including the different supplements, that's all included. And then each of the carriers will want you to, after doing that, they'll want you to, you contracted with them, they'll want you to learn about their systems,
Mhm.
and they want to know. It's like they put you through a training, if you will, so that they know that you have had this training. They don't want to say, oh, well, AHIP said that you had Humana's training. No, that it don't work that way, unfortunately. So, yeah, oh, you are okay, okay. Yeah, it's a lot. I will say that this is unsaid, but I will say that I found this lady named, um, I want to say her name is Mary Horton. What is her name? But anyway, if you search her for Medicare, she read the whole thing, 2025 Medicare. And she goes over it all. Now, she didn't do the fraud, waste, and abuse, but it was just nice to be able to listen to her read it word for word. I kid you not. And then she also would kind of explain some things in there. So I did like that. And then what I did was, you can also download the whole thing, for each module, and then refer back to it, whether you print it off or if you, I just downloaded it. And then if I needed to find a particular word or term, then I just did a control F to find it, to find that, and to help me get through it, because I still thank God every day, literally every single day when I think about it. Those questions, to get through those, was not on the state exam like that. Oh my goodness. It was really something. So
Right.
I'm glad. And she even explains that you can download, there's a link on there once you get into each module. Um, it's a few slides, but once you get into it, then there is a link that says download slide, or download slides, or download module, or something like that. So it's very helpful, to be able to have while you're going through it, or if you want to take it with you or something like that, you know. And then since I got that done, then I as I'm getting contracted, and then these carriers like WellCare, Humana, um, Blue Cross Blue Shield, as I get contracted through them, then they want to know that I'm AHIP certified. So you just go through the process, and then it takes you back to AHIP, and then you can, like there's a link there that you can transit transmit that you've already had the taken the certification.
Wow, that sounds like a great
Mhm.
resource.
Oh yeah, it is definitely. It is definitely
Because
a
I
great resource to have.
because complete the Humana training, like because State Farm offers Humana as the Medicare supplements, and
Mhm.
it was hard. There was so much that I didn't know about. So wow, so I'm so glad that like there's people like you out there to help people through the process.
Oh yeah, and I still have mine downloaded too. So you can more welcome to. Yeah, I don't mind to help people get through it because it was really something. I had the modules, and then for the exam, I think you have to make a 85 at least. I can't
Yeah.
remember. In order to get through it, and you get 3 tries, and if you don't pass it, then you do have to pay for it again. You get 3 more tries, and I think that's it. But if Medicare, yes, Mary Horton, little sweet lady down in Florida. Um, but yeah, if you want to, contact me, I don't mind take time to help you get through it if you need some help. But that's what I did, is that I downloaded the modules, and then saved it to my computer, and use that in order to help me with after each module there's a quiz or a test, and then at the end, after you get through it all 5 modules, there's another one. And then also remember that there's a compliance section that both me and my colleague managed to, like, I don't know why this is not letting us get done, but it was this, it didn't show up. And I don't know if that's just the way it's set up, but it's like I didn't see it until after I finished the fraud, waste, and abuse. And she was like, I don't know why this is not letting me done. And I'm like, well, just go ahead and, finish the other one. That's what I did. And then all of a sudden this other thing shows up about compliance. I was like, okay, this is weird. You wasn't there a day ago. Now it's here. So just kind of look for that too. So, because that part has to be done in order to be able to get that to show that you're 100% complete. It was weird.
Awesome. Thank you, Marcy.
Sure.
You can take Medicare instruction whenever you like.
I'm glad I'm done
Yeah.
for the next several months.
It's a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. But the doing their, like, learning about their systems and so forth, it's not as bad. It just seemed like just getting over that part was the hardest part. I'm just glad it was not part of those questions they asked. I'm glad it was not on the exam.
Oh my
I'm
goodness.
glad.
Yeah. Yeah. Those exams are for real. They're legit. It's true. I just want to apologize for the interruption. One of the things about our power hour is that you have to register before it starts, because once it starts, it sets up for the link to the next week.
Mm.
So our good friend Tina had a busy week and didn't register, and she wants to come, but we had to get that link. And thank you, CJ, for having that. I don't sign up for our power hours because there's no need for me to sign up, but maybe I learned a lesson. Maybe I learned.
Well, I sign up, and then because like I sign up on my phone, and then because I use my my tablet, I actually have to go once I see my email for the following week. I click the link in my email, so it sends a calendar invite directly to my calendar on my tablet. And I was like, that's weird that they don't sync, but that's all right. I don't mind doing it twice. It reminds me.
Yeah. Well,
and then I have an alarm on my phone to set me to come in to remind me at like 8:25 that I have another meeting. I do that for most of my stuff at work, and it works.
That's cool. Every time somebody registers for any classes anywhere, it comes right to my watch. I mean, you probably can't see it. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It goes on and on. It's kind of fun because I have it saved in my phone with a little thumbnail of me going. So I crack myself up all the time. Anyway, Tina, we're glad you're here.
Hi.
We paused the whole meeting for you.
Teehee. Thanks, guys. I missed you guys.
We missed you. Aw, I wish you would have been here though. Marcy was talking about health insurance and Medicare and how to navigate those things. So even though I was a little bit distracted, Marcy, I was listening. So thank you for sharing.
Sure.
Truly. Yeah. When it comes to the health insurance side, I have not, it wasn't anything I could offer, so there was no point. I don't know if anybody ever saw the Bundys, but anyway, it was a sitcom when I was growing up. Maybe I just dated myself. But anyway, in the Bundys, they had a daughter and she could only hold so much information. And if she took in one more thing, more information would fall out. So that's how I felt about getting too many licenses. Even though I know I'm going to get to health insurance, especially Medicare. I joke all the time, go join a Canasta club, but I literally belong to groups where their target audience is 60s through 90s. In October, we're having a 90s and 100s party for these women who not everybody gets the honor of making it, right? I mean, not everybody gets that privilege to make it to 90 years old. So I know I will do Medicare someday, but just like the Bundys, I don't want to lose information falling out the other side.
You're not talking about Married with Children, right?
Is it Married with Children? It
With
was.
Al Bundy and
Yeah.
No wonder everybody was looking at me funny. We didn't watch a ton of TV as children. My dad was watching the nightly news most of the time, and the morning news and the afternoon news and Paul Harvey and Peter Jennings. So we didn't get a lot of time, but I do remember the Bundys. And thank you, Married with Children.
my sister's a lot older than I am, and I was watching Married with Children, and they had some interesting content to the point where I was banned from watching
Oh
Married
no,
with Children.
Christina Applegate, that was her name.
Oh yeah, then you're talking about Married with Children.
You see how much TV I don't watch?
It's okay. We get to watch you. That's all that matters.
I love it.
I reached that Marcy is in wait, Marcy, you have life and health, or is it just health?
No, life and health insurance license.
So you can help CJ, and then CJ can help you when you're ready for your PNC.
I'm here. No problem.
Awesome.
My exam is in September. I just told my other mother down in Charlottesville, I just told her I gotta send a remote, go to my text. September 14th at 3:00 in the afternoon.
Okay.
I will be ready for that. It's the latest I was surprised. I was like, normally it's been like 12 or 2, and then I see this 3:00. I was like, yeah, I'll be really
That's
wide
when you
awake.
test? September
Yep.
14th.
Yep.
I will be honest. All of Melissa's videos,
That's what I've been doing.
I've been watching them.
got a gold packet. I got a gold packet.
Oh yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say that I would, whatever topic I was on, I would find a video of hers. And I will say that if I couldn't find of hers, I found it under the Duford Insurance Agency. Those two are the only two that and I will always vet Melissa, but they're the only two that I found. I came across folks that was like, okay, this term says, oh gosh, what is it's crazy. uh, the not captive, but per capita and per stirpies. And
Mhm.
he's doing this video talking about these insurance terms, and he's like, what the HE double sticks is per capita? I don't know what that is. Does anybody know what that is? Let me know if you know. I was like, I don't need to listen to you no more, because if you don't know what that means, I was like, I need to find someone else.
Oh.
And it trips me out. It does. It trips me out. I'm like, you're making a video. There's no
Well,
way that I'm going to make a video. I don't know everything that's going to pop up. I'm
mhm.
like, and none of, at the very least, I would be like, hold on a second, because I want to make sure that I'm describing this right. So yeah, I'm gonna have something else that I can pull it up on Google and be like, okay, this is what this means. But I'm not gonna sit up here and be like, I don't know what that means. Does anyone in my class know what that means? But yeah, that's basically what I did. And I did things like I went walking, and I would be doing dishes, and I would be cooking, and I would be doing laundry and folding clothes, and I would have on Melissa's videos, whether I've watched them already or not, because I wanted to make sure that I am giving up this. And here in Oklahoma, it's only $40. I thank God, because I barely had it for that one time. And I want to make sure that I'm going to pass it the first time.
Mm-hmm.
I tell myself I have this first time passing rate. So that starts with my driver's license. I pass it the first time. I got my real estate license. I passed it the first time. My life insurance license the first time when I took it. I got it the first time. When I did my health insurance, I was in Alabama at the first time, and I passed it. So I had to do this. I had to make sure whenever I took it, I had to make sure that I'm passing it the first time. And I did. And I think I don't want my record broke. But yeah, I'll be when I get this PNC done, man.
PNC is
I've
a
heard some of
lot
those.
easier. So
Okay,
I
so
have
you
two
say.
team members.
That's what my friend says. So you say.
Well, I also have I have two team members on my team, and they both went in. One of them went into his to take his life and health today, and he missed it. He got a 68, which is what I got a couple attempts ago. And then I had another team member. He went on Monday, and he got a 47. And I was like, y'all just need to go to the insurance exam queen and listen to her videos, because she is extremely helpful. If you have the money, get the gold package. And they're like, huh? I was like, no, because that's what I'm using now. And I was like, to be honest, I'm going through her videos. She's got these little quizzes at the end of her things, and I'm passing. And it's making me more confident to go into the exam.
Yeah. She had
this transition.
She was sitting outside, and she talked about implied and apparent and express. Now, the express, I had that down, but the implied and apparent, I was like, I'm not, I could not get the difference. But after listening to that video, I was like, that makes sense. How she worded it, and it stuck in my head when I talk to people about listening to her videos. That one video sticks in my head, like it sticks in there so much. I'll always remember that video.
Marcy, I remember that video too, and it was only about 7 minutes long, and all of a sudden I was like, oh my gosh, I understand it now. But I know exactly the video you're talking about, because I listened to it when I was out on a walk as well.
CJ, have you thought about taking the test at home?
No, because my cat, she jumps around everywhere, and if I shut the door, she will try to destroy the carpet, and we're not doing that. So, and I do better in a testing environment.
Do you have like a library where you could like rent a room for like half an hour or for a couple of hours?
I don't think the Fairfax County libraries here will even do that.
Or like a WeWork or something like that. I'm only thinking about it because when I took my test, I took it remotely, and I suck. I suck at school and everything. So like when I had to take a test in a school setting, like Tina and testing was no bueno. I would never even date a testing center. No, I don't know why I went that way, but it was just like I'd rather have taken it at home, and it was so much easier, and just setting it up, like maybe like have some incense and then you could burn it, and it's just like, I don't know, maybe like have somebody cat sit for like an hour or something like that. I'm just saying it might be better for you to, oh, look at this
Oh.
puppy boy. Girl, boy, Mary?
Him, but I can't do anything with him. So you guys are talking about the cat disrupting testing or your life. This one, he thinks see? I mean, I can't do anything with him and I'm working from home now.
Oh,
I was in training all week. I do have a visual graph when we're ready that I am allowed to share. But anyway, I'm glad we were talking about pets.
it's
Yeah,
so fluffy.
disrupts. I love
It's one
them.
reason why I'm ready. I do want to get my pet, my life insurance or PNC license for pet insurance, travel insurance. Even though they're doing pet insurance for health, but the pet insurance period down here is under PNC.
That's crazy.
I figure health insurance should all be under health insurance, but
I
I
know
didn't write the rules. I just try to follow.
it is kind of funny that it's property and casualty. He's
Mhm.
not my property. He's my puppy baby.
Right.
If I
Their
could
lives.
clone him, I would.
Hmm.
He's 5 and I'm already like, what am I gonna do? I love him so much. Yeah,
What's his name?
Solo. The one and only, or a music note.
Ah,
Up to you. Up to you.